First audition, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, kids, hold it down. So, Maggie, what do you think?
Not a bad bunch, Andy. Gladys, you're improving. Winnie, keep those knees up. Boys, you gotta pick them up and lay them down. They're paying $4.40 a seat out there. Mac, get all these names and addresses. I want everything set when Julian Marsh gets here. I still have 4 more songs to write.
So, you got the whole weekend. All right, let's have those names and addresses.
Phyllis Dale, 156 West 47th Street. Lorraine Fleming, same address as her.
Diane Lorimer, 333 Park Avenue.
And I'll bet she gets a little behind in her rent.
Well, look who's here. You remember Anne Riley.
Anytime, Annie, who could forget her? She only said no once, and then she didn't hear the question.
Hey, Ethel, looks like you've been hitting the bottle. The peroxide bottle.
It's the sun, dearie. I've been abroad.
You're telling me. Too bad your mother never had any children.
How dare you get it?
Quiet! Quiet! Olia! This is still an audition, damn it. And anyone who doesn't want this job, the nearest bread line is around the corner. All right. Mac, get those names and addresses, will you?
All right, let's have them. Okay, Maggie. Let's take this one from the top. I know a bundle of humanity. She's, looking for somebody.
the dance director.
Well,
I'm here to get into the show.
you're a little late. They've already picked the chorus. You should have been here at 10. She's about so high.
I was, but it took me an hour to get up enough courage to go through the stage door. You're not Mr. Marsh, are you?
Billy Lawler, one of Broadway's better tenors.
Oh, I thought you were somebody important.
That's how a lot of people feel about tenors. Say, I bet you're new to show business.
Oh, I've had experience.
Oh, how many shows?
Any number of them.
Such as?
Oh, this would have been my first if they'd taken me.
Oh, I'd take you any day.
Oh.
How about lunch?
Oh, no.
Okay, then dinner or lunch tomorrow.
That's very kind of you, but I really must see the dance director.
I know a bundle of humanity. She's about so high. I'm nearly driven to insanity when she passes by. She's a sunny little honey, but oh so hard to kiss. I'll try to overcome her vanity, and then I'll tell her this. I'm young and healthy, and you've got charms. It would really be a sin not to have you in my arms. I'm young and healthy, and so are you. When the moon is in the sky, tell me what am I to do? If I could hate ya, I'd keep away. But that ain't my nature. I'm full of vitamin A. Say, I've got an idea. You're not going to get Andy Lee to audition you unless he's got no choice. Come with me.
Oh, but
You do know this song, don't you?
Well, yes.
Well, go to it, kid.
To what?
Your first notes on Broadway.
Oh, my.
Hey, what are you looking for?
My good luck scarf. I wore it when I was elected Miss Allentown and Miss Junior Elk and Miss 4-H.
Come on, kid. Sing. I'm young and healthy, and you've got charms. It would really be a sin not to have you in my arms. I'm young and healthy, and so are you. When the moon is in the sky, tell me what am I to do?
If I
Could hate ya,
I'd keep away, but that ain't my nature. I'm full of vitamin A.
say I'm young and healthy, so let's be bold.
Bass front.
In a year or 2 or 3, maybe we will be too old.
From the top, Maggie.
I'm young and healthy, and you've got charms. It would really be a sin not to have you in my arms.
Hold it.
I'm young and healthy.
Maggie, hold it.
And so are you.
Hold it! Who told you to sing?
Oh, it was my idea, Andy.
Well, that's a pretty fresh idea. You beat it.
Andy, Mr. Marsh is here. I just saw the taxi pull up.
Oh, give her a break, Andy. She's great.
I got no time for breaks. Mr. Marsh is here. Am's great toots.
Oh, no, don't go. Listen, I'll talk to Julian myself.
I don't want to get you into any trouble.
I said beat it.
All right, I'm going. Goodness, you don't have to be so pushy
Well,
about
hey,
that.
at least give me your name.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
Come
I'm
on.
very sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Pardon me. Goodbye.
What the hell was that?
She wanted to get into the line, boss.
Ours or Notre Dame's? All right, everybody, gather round and listen to me. Today we start work on a new show. You're gonna rehearse 4 weeks, then try out in Atlantic City. You're gonna work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're gonna dance until your feet fall off and you aren't able to stand up. But 5 weeks from now, Pretty Lady is gonna be the best damn show this town's ever seen. You're on your way to glory and $32 a week. So anybody doesn't think he can take it better quit right now. Nobody? Good. Take a half an hour to get measured for wigs and costumes. And let's get to work!
Okay, kids, Wardrobes and dressing room A. Costumes downstairs. Come on, get a move on.
Billy! Hey, Billy! That kid left her purse on the piano.
Oh, is there anything in it?
Yeah, 40 cents. And a card. Peggy Sawyer, 125 Elm Street, Allentown, PA. Look, you go for your fitting. I'll see that she gets it.
Okay.
Julian! That was a great speech, and you won't regret a word of it. Pretty Lady is the best show I ever wrote.
And now with the greatest director on Broadway.
Oh, never mind the soft soap, Andy. I need this show as much as you do. You know the old saying, there's a horse's ass for every light on Broadway.
Yeah, but with your reputation.
Oh, did you ever try to cash in a reputation at the bank?
Oh, Wall Street got you too, huh?
I've given all I had to that glittering gulch out there, and it's been a hell of a ride. Okay, so the crash got me down for the count. But I'm still Julian Marsh, damn it. And Pretty Lady's gonna put me back on top. All right, let's talk about the cast.
Best in town. Andy and I for the character parts. Billy Lawler's the tenor.
And Dorothy Brock in the lead.
Yeah, it's Brock I'm worried about. Her last hit was 10 years ago.
We have to use her, Julian. She's got Abner Dillon in her back pocket.
You know, Dylan's kitty cars. His interest in our show is Dorothy Brock.
And his interest is our principal.
See, he's agreed to put up the whole 100,000 if she's the star.
Yeah, but she can't dance.
Well, we'll put a lot of girls around her and let her wave her arms a lot. The public will never know the difference.
I don't know, Maggie.
Easy, Marsh, here she comes. Dorothy!
Don't say a word. I want to do this myself. Mr. Marsh. Ever since I saw my first Julian Marsh show, when I was a tiny little girl, I've dreamed of working with the king of Broadway. At last, that day has come, and I am filled with pride, joy, and humility.
Thanks, Miss Brock. I'm feeling a little full myself. Now, before we go any further, I'd like to try you out on one of the numbers.
Oh, hold on, Mr. Marsh. Dorothy don't have to try out. She already got her contract.
Why, Mr. Dillon, what would I ever do without you? Oh, by the way, there were a few items you forgot to mention, so I wrote them in. Limousine, redecorated dressing room, private maid. Oh, no problem about the salary. I just added another 0.
Now, see here,
Well,
Dorothy.
if there are any objections, I won't insist. We'll just go pedal our kitty cars. And you can go pedal your fish.
You're not hearing me, Miss Brock. I'd like to try you out on one of the songs to see if you can handle the role.
If you are asking me to audition, Mr. Marsh, I'm afraid the answer is no.
Well, it's not an audition, Dorothy. Julian just wants to know if it's in the right key.
Why don't we try out that new one we sent over to you yesterday? You're gonna love it. Now, Andy and I see you in this low-down dive, and the piano is pounding out a hot jazz beat, and you enter and sing, "Shadows on the wall, I can see them fall, here and there, everywhere, silhouettes in blue, dancing in the dew, here am I, baby, where are you? In the shadows, let me come and sing
Thank you,
to
Maggie.
you. Whack-a-doo, whack-a-doo, whack-a-doo. Let me dream a dream that I can bring to you. Whack-a-doo, whack-a-doo.
Maggie! That was fine. Tried in 3/4 time from Miss Brock. And down a tone. From the top, Miss Brock.
I'm sorry,
From
Mr.
the
Marsh.
top. Miss Brock.
Shadows on the wall, I can see them fall, here and there, everywhere, hearts in blue, dancing in the dew. Here am I. Where are you?
That was fine. Mac, Andy, I want 2 shin busters, 1 right, 1 left. Miss Brock, right here, if you please. Mac!
Yeah, boss.
See if you got a scrim on 28. Bring it in.
Coming in, Mr. Marsh.
All right, Maggie, from the top of the chorus. Nice and easy. Kill the work lights. Miss Brock, if you please.
In the shadows, let me come and sing. Oh, my God.
That's all right. Just look straight front.
To you. Let me dream a song that I can sing. Gotcha.
Got you. Look behind you.
To you. Take me in your arms and let me cling to you. Let me linger long. Let me live my song. In the winter, let me bring the spring to you. Let me feel that I mean everything to you. Love's old song will be new. In the shadows when I come and sing, in the shadows when I come and sing, in the shadows, in the shadows, in the shadows. In the shadows, let me come and sing to you. Let me dream a song that I can sing to you. Take me in your arms and let me cling to you. Let me linger long, let me live my song. In the winter, let me bring the spring to you. Let me feel that I mean everything to you. Love's old song will be new. In the shadows when I come and sing, in the shadows when I come and sing, in the shadows when I come and sing to you. In the winter, let me bring the spring to you. Let me feel that I mean everything to you. Love's old song will be new. In the shadows, when I come and sing to you.
Not bad, Miss Brock, not bad.
Mr. Marsh, what does it take to get a compliment out of you?
That was a compliment, Miss Brock.
Wardrobe! Where are you? How do you expect me to dance when my sleeves are halfway to the ground?
Hello, kid.
Pat? Oh, Pat, what are you doing here?
Had to see a few booking agents in the neighborhood. Thought I'd drop by and see my best girl.
Oh. But what if Mr. Marsh were here? Oh, no, Pat, it's too dangerous. Oh, now be a dear and take in a picture or something, and I'll see you in my dressing room at 5.
Dorothy, I can't take your money. Well, that was fine in the old days when we had the act in vaudeville. But now you're a star.
Well, but what difference does that make if I still care about you? Oh, I owe everything I am to you. It was you and that little act that got me started in all of this. You taught me, coached me, trained me. And I haven't forgotten. Oh, Pat, don't you think I hate meeting in corners like this? But isn't it better than not meeting at all? In the winter, let me bring the spring to you. Let me feel that I mean everything to you. Now run along, my darling, and I'll see you in my dressing room at 5.
Dorothy!
Till 5, my dearest.
Come on, girls, get a move on. We only have 1 hour for lunch. Hey, kid, I've been looking for you. You left this on the piano. Don't worry, the bankroll's intact.
Oh, thank you, Miss...
Jones, Maggie Jones.
Thanks.
Say, you look like you could use some grub. How about putting on the feed bag with me and the girls?
Oh, that'd be... No, thanks.
Not another word. It's all settled.
Hey, kid!
Oh, short order of ham coming up.
I've been looking for you. How about having lunch?
I'm sorry. I just promised to have lunch with Miss Jones and, the girls.
Would you care to join us?
Oh, no thanks. I'm looking for a mouthful, not an earful. Oh, but hey, don't feel bad. I'll let you have a rain check.
What makes tenors such wolves? I think it's that tight underwear they wear.
No, that's what makes them tenors. Now, come on, girls. I'm taking you to that lovely place with all the windows.
The Astor roof?
The automat. Oh, all right, the gypsy tea kettle. But you're gonna dance your way over. I don't want to waste any time.
But I don't know your step.
If you think you can pick it up, I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Okay. Now with the pullback. Hey, kid! You're good.
I know.
Well, come on! Let's put it together! 1, 2, 3, 4!
of boiling water and 1 tea bag.
Any gravy?
Oh, no, thanks. There's enough on the tablecloth. Now, bring us 5 combination dinners and get the let out. We're heavy tippers.
10 cents ain't that heavy.
In pennies. Now, Peggy, you still want to get into show business after today?
Oh, more than ever. Imagine someday dancing on the same stage as Dorothy Brooke.
I know just how she feels. My grandmother felt the same way.
I don't know how you can say that. Dorothy's worked very hard to get where she is. I remember on her first show, she made $30 a week and sent 100 home to her mother.
Let's face it, the only thing she has over anyone at this table is Abner Dillon.
Who's he?
Her sugar daddy.
Oh, her father.
You can't be just 21. A girl can't get that dumb in only 21 years.
Oh, kid, we're gonna have to teach you the Broadway facts of life.
Oh, don't worry about me. I learned all about men in Allentown.
Eugene O'Neill would have given his eye teeth to have written that line.
Should we tell her about musicians?
All she has to know is that they keep them in a pit. And it's for a good reason.
I still wish I were in the show with you.
Oh, you will be, kid. If not this show, the next one. You're a looker. You chirp like a bird, and you're pretty hot stuff in the steps department, too. Oh, you hoofers are the luckiest ones in the whole darn business. So what if you had a little bad luck this AM? You've got all you need to cheer you up right there at the end of your ankles. If you've a melancholy case of the blues, I've got a remedy for you. If you've an ounce of rhythm down in your shoes, then I'll change your point of view. If you've been singing a sad and blue song, go into your dance until you learn how to sing a new song. Go into your dance. Don't keep complaining. Learn how to smile if it's raining. Dance in the rain a while. Put off your sorrow until tomorrow. Go into your dance. Oh, they've added a floor show. I didn't order this to go.
Let's you guys get those up. Oh, that's my purse. Excuse me. To get a job in a Broadway chorus, go into your dance. Just strut your stuff and they can't ignore us. Go into your dance. If it's a two-step, give them a smile. If it's a new step, do it with grace and style. A beginner can be a winner. Just give me a chance. Shake your shoes and go into your dance. To get a job in a Broadway chorus, go into your dance. To stretch your stuff and they can't ignore us, go into your dance. Shake your shoes and go into your.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing? Here I am knocking my brains out to put on a show they'll pay good money to see, and you're giving it away free on the street. Now you kids get back in there. Well, this is great, just great.
Is something wrong, boss?
Wrong. We're shy one girl. That's what's wrong.
So you told me to hire 2 dozen.
Plus 1 for good measure.
Well, you never said
I
that.
always take 1 for good measure.
Well, you never said that.
Now, don't give me any of your excuses. Just get me another girl.
I could have one here first thing in the morning?
Oh, that's just ducky. I can hardly wait. I'm supposed to set the boardwalk number this afternoon. You know, I got a good mind to pick the first girl I see on the street. Just walk up to the first dame that passes by and say, "You!"
Who? Me?
Yeah, you. Can you dance?
Oh, I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I can do any tap step ever invented. Wings! Cramp rolls? Buffaloes? Shuffles?
Hey, Allentown! Allentown! You got the job. Andy, take her in there and get her ready to rehearse 2 o'clock sharp.
2 o'clock sharp. Come on, kid.
Wait a minute! Aren't you the Mack truck who tried to run me down this morning?
I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't know it was you. It'll never happen again, I promise. I swear. Oh, my mother, my father, my aunt, my uncle.
Relax, kid. I kind of enjoyed it. Now get in there and start learning those routines. We got a show to do.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Marsh.
Mac, did you get the kids in costume?
Yeah, boss.
Good. Now get me Brock and Billy. I want to run the boardwalk number with the dialogue.
We can't do the dance section, Mr. Marsh. Gladys is out with a cold.
And use Winnie.
Oh, no, boss. Winnie's in the number before. She'll never make that change.
All right, then get me any girl. We'll put a costume on her later. I want to run this number right now. Miss Brock, Billy, let's go. It is morning. The sun sparkles brightly on a section of the boardwalk at Atlantic City as we discover Rodney and Madeline. Madeline speaks.
Darling, darling, why did you take so long to declare yourself? The answer is yes, of course. We'll live together in a cottage by the sea. And every morning we'll have breakfast and kisses in bed. Oh, my God.
And Rodney says,
And will you always love me, Madeline?
Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
Rodney declares his love and they kiss.
Hold on! What's that fella doing to Dorothy?
I'm just acting, Mr. Dillon.
Oh, I don't care what you call it. I ain't putting up good money to see the woman I love kissed by no actor.
All right. Cut the kiss. Just say the speech and improvise something.
Oh, my darling, I love you. I worship you. I adore you.
I don't know exactly how it started, but it started in fun. I just wanted someone to be gay with, to play with, someone. But now I realize that I could never let you go, and I've come to tell you so. Every kiss, every hug seems to act just like a drug. You're getting to be a habit with me. Let me stay in your arms, I'm addicted to your charms. You're getting to be a habit with me. I used to think our love was something that I could take or leave alone. But now I couldn't do without my supply. I need you for my own. Oh, I can't break away. I must have you every day, as regularly as coffee or tea. You've got me in your clutches and I can't get free. You're getting to be a habit with me.
Show some life, people. We'll fix it. I'll take care of it.
Alex?
Who was that who I was there? All right. What is she doing out there by the footlights? No.
Alex,
Get her away.
what are you doing?
Where's your partner? Where's your partner?
She's over there.
You! Go get her.
She's right over there.
Yeah, but just go get her. 5, 6, 7.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
Very nice, Billy.
Yeah, just hold on to it.
That's it.
Easy.
That's it.
Nice.
What is she doing with Billy?
Hey!
No.
Hey! This is not right, Julian.
Alex!
This is not right.
Yes, Miss Brock.
Something has to be
Yes.
corrected
Hey,
here.
come over here. Over here.
Oh, Julian.
Take Billy's hand.
Right here.
Uh-oh, you missed him. Yes. He's over there jumping up and down.
Come on. That's it.
Oh, what quiet up.
For heaven's sake, what is going on here?
Hold it!
Who is that person?
Her name's Peggy Sawyer. She's new. Hey, kid, are you okay? She fainted.
Thank God.
It's not Peggy's fault. She didn't have any lunch.
All right, Billy, Mac, put her in Brock's dressing room. Oh, and the rest of you, this is still a rehearsal. Come on, Andy, I want to clean up that last section before the pivot.
All right, Maggie, hit it. Last section before the pivot.
Easy. Easy. Okay, set her down.
What happened? One of the kids fainted. Hard for the course on a Julian Marsh show. Get her some water, will you? You better get back out there before the boss starts yelling for you.
Okay. When she comes to, let her know I'll be back as soon as I get a break. The name's Lawler. Billy Lawler. One of Broadway's
Yeah,
better
come on,
tenors.
Billy. Are you all right?
Oh, I guess I fainted.
Good guess.
But I guess I'm all right now.
Oh, bad guess. Now let me be the doctor for a while. What you need is some rest.
Oh, but the rehearsal isn't over yet.
Oh, yes, it is for you, young lady. Now, as your doctor, my first prescription is that you sit on this chaise. And as your doctor, my second prescription is that you, get those legs up.
And I bet I know what your third prescription is.
Well, Dorothy, I didn't expect you till
It's
after
quite obvious you didn't expect me, Doctor.
Oh, darling, she fainted and they brought her in here till she came to.
And since when is my dressing room an emergency ward? For every clumsy Corrine who throws a little fainting act? Now get her out of here before I prescribe some medication she won't like so much. You shut up. And if my prescription upsets you, Doctor, you can just get out with her.
What the hell is going on in here? I'm trying to conduct a rehearsal on that stage. Who are you?
My name is Pat Denning, Mr. Marsh. I was the guest of Miss Brock's.
Well, beat it. Miss Brock's official gentleman friend happens to be in the house, and I don't want him to get any funny ideas.
Dorothy!
Oh, it's Abner. Oh, Pat, quick, behind the chaise.
Stay where you are. Come right on in, Mr. Dillon. We were just having a little script conference.
Hello, Sugar Plum. I just brought these posies for you.
Thank you.
I hope I wasn't interrupting anything.
No, not at all. No, we were just winding up. By the way, this is one of our dancers, Peggy Sawyer, and her boyfriend, Pat Denning.
Now, just a
Say,
minute,
Mr.
Julian.
Dillon, did you realize it's your fault that this conference is breaking up?
My fault?
Yes. Dorothy said that she didn't want to discuss the script any further because she wanted to be alone with you.
You mean that, Dorothy?
Of course I do. What girl wouldn't want to be alone with you? Just look at you. Come on.
Mr. Denning, your presence in this dressing room has caused a great deal of unnecessary turmoil. I suggest such visits do not occur again. And Mr. Denning, this kid happens to be a pretty good hoofer. I don't want to lose her for the price of a bowl of chili. Take her out and get her something to eat. Miss Brock, may I please have a word with you?
Well, of course, Julian. Is it about the character I'm playing?
It's about the character you're playing around with. Now, I don't know what went on in that dressing room, but Pretty Lady means far too much to me to let any gigolo stand in its way. I want you to give him up.
Aren't you a bit confused, Julian? You are the director of my show, and not my personal life.
When your personal life gets in the way of my show, I direct that too.
Mr. Marsh, I shall see whom I please when I please. And no show is going to stand in my way.
Andy, I think we got ourselves a little problem. And I think I got myself a little solution. Nick Murphy, please.
Murphy? He's a killer. Look, Julian, if you don't like the routines, just say so.
No, I put a girlfriend of his in my last show. He owes me a favor. Listen, no vaudeville chump is gonna ruin my show. Hello, Nick. Julian Marsh. Yes, well, I'm calling about a bit of a problem I'm having. There's a fellow been hanging around the rehearsals by the name of Pat Denning. And, well, I thought since your place was right across the street, maybe you could send a couple of the boys over to persuade him to make himself scarce for the next few weeks. Right. Thanks, Nick. Pleasure doing business with you. And that, I believe, is the end of that.
Julian, I just got a call from Atlantic City. They've canceled our booking. But everything's all right. We picked up a week at the Arch Street Theater in Philadelphia.
But all of our shows have opened in Atlantic City.
Maybe Philly will change your luck.
Maybe he's right.
Come on, let's get packing. I'm grabbing my hat and coat.
I'm leaving the cat a note.
Quick, call me a ferry boat getting out of town.
Sorry I couldn't take any place fancier, but the old purse strings are a bit frayed at the moment.
Hey, you
know a guy named Pat Denning?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a message for him. He better lay off this Brock dame or it's gonna be too bad for him. Get it?
All right, I'll tell him.
Yeah? Well, here's so you don't forget.
Pat! Pat! Who were they?
Friends with good advice. Oh. Hey, you with the company.
Yeah?
I'd like to leave a message for Miss Dorothy Brock. Tell her that Pat Denning has joined a stock company in Philadelphia. Been gone for 6 months with no forwarding address. I'm shining my traveling shoes. Big scoop in the Daily News. Who's saying this toodaloo's getting out of town?
I'm sorry, but I don't want to go to Philadelphia. My contract says I must play out of town in Atlantic City.
Note for you, Miss Brock. Fella left it last night.
But Dorothy, why don't you want to go to Philadelphia?
Who says I don't want to go to Philadelphia? I want to go to Philadelphia. My contract says I must play out of town in Philadelphia.
Bears fly by, they're going bye-bye, and we're shouting hurrah.
Wings spreading, 'cause we're heading for hot chow. Hot chow, chow, chow.
All right, you got everything. Hats, coats, trunks, dogs, cats, canaries. So get them aboard. That dress rehearsal in Philly starts at 8 o'clock sharp. So let's get moving!
My neighbors are awful nice. They promise to feed the mice. Hey, Iceman, don't need your ice getting out of town. There's fly-by, they're going to fly-by, and we're shouting hurrah. Wings spreading, 'cause we're heading for hot chow. Hot chow, 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 hot chow, chow, chow. My new kind of company is just magnetizing me. I'm footloose and fancy free. Get it out, get it all
All right. Now the company got you all to Philadelphia, but it's going to be up to you to make sure we get out of here alive. I got 25 musicians in that pit just dying to go on overtime. So let's get this dress rehearsal started. Hold on, one more thing. Not all the scenery and costumes have arrived yet, and we'll be adding things as we go along. So don't let it throw you. Professor, we're late, let's go! I can't hear my first note. What is it? Mac! Mac, please! Quiet! Thank you. I know. I know. I know! Who writes the words and music for all the girly shows? No one cares and no one knows. Who is the handsome hero some villain always frames? But who cares if there's a plot or not? Oh, when they've got a lot of dames. What do you go for? Go see the show for. Tell the truth, you go to see those beautiful days. You spend your dough for bouquets that grow for all those cute and cunning, young and beautiful days. Days, memory of those beautiful. In your memory, see those beautiful. In your memory, all those beautiful days.
I'm helping every little cutie make her beauty shine through. I'm turning ragamuffin Heidi's to Aphrodite's men pursue. Know the parts to flaunt, baby, and you'll never want, baby. Keep young and beautiful. It's your duty to be beautiful. Keep young and beautiful if you wanna be loved. Don't fail to do your stuff with a little powder and a puff. Keep young and beautiful if you wanna be loved. If you're wise, exercise all the fat off. Take it off it here, off of there. When you're seen anywhere with your hat off, have a permanent wave in your hair. Take care of all those charms, and you'll always be in some guy's arms. Keep young and beautiful if you wanna be loved. Take it away, girls.
Congratulations, kids. That was damn good.
Too damn good. I am the star of this show, Julian. And I do not appreciate making my entrance 10 seconds before the blackout.
Are you suggesting I bring you on after the blackout?
I am suggesting that you redo the dance to suit my talents.
Well, that might make it a rather short number, Miss Brock.
You will regret that remark, Mr. Marsh. You may be the director of this show, but I am driving the kiddie car. Clear, please.
All right. The rest of you, you've earned it. I want you to go out tonight, relax, forget all about Pretty Lady until tomorrow. And then I want you to come back here and give the performance of your lives. Company dismissed.
Company dismissed. Company dismissed. Half hour, 8 o'clock tomorrow. And Allison, that goes for you, too. 8 o'clock.
Willard, I want to check those spot cues.
I'll finish changing, Peggy. Meet you at the stage door.
I'll be there in a minute, Billy. Are you coming to the party, Mr. Marsh?
Huh?
Well, to the Regency Club. Miss Jones just invited everyone. Is something funny?
Yeah. You are. Eyes shining like a kid at Christmas. Dreaming of parties and opening nights. The tinsel and glitter of musical comedy, huh? Just look at yourself. A speck of dust on the stage. Indistinguishable from the 40 other specks of dust I put there.
I know that, Mr. Marsh. But put all those specks together, and you have something alive and beautiful that can reach out to 1,000 people we've never seen before.
Broadway dreams, Sawyer. We've all had them.
Well, I mean to hold on to mine, Mr. Marsh.
So did I. Sweet dreams, kid.
They are. I'm a speck of dust in your show.
Andy? Andy, where the hell are you?
Right here, boss. Coming. I got all those notes typed out. All 7 pages.
Notes can wait.
But, boss, I just spent all
I've
that
just
time.
decided to take some of my own advice and forget about everything until tomorrow. Maggie Jones is throwing a party at the Regency Club. Come on. Let's go dream a little. Yeah.
Hey, Mac, are you sure there were no calls for me?
No, Miss Brock.
I need another drink. Maggie, play something gay, will you? Something not from the show?
Say, another one of these and they'll build a bridge over you.
Another crack like that and they'll build a monument over you.
Kid and I turned and you disappeared. Don't mind being near you, just cheer you up.
Practically hysterical.
How's that feel, sweetie pie?
Like a dead, wet cobra.
Dorothy?
Say, what's eating you tonight?
I finally figured out what this show needs. A few more songs by Irving Berlin. Now get away from me and take Buffalo Bill with you.
Oh, wait a minute. I put $100,000 in this show, so you better not give me the air.
So, I better not give you the air. Well, how about just a few bubbles? Now get on your kiddie car and pedal back to Tulsa, you beached whale.
She didn't mean that. She's all excited. The opening tomorrow.
Ain't gonna be no opening tomorrow, not with Dorothy Brock. She's out of the show.
Wrong. Brock opens tomorrow night as scheduled. Oh, don't be a fool, Dylan. You're gonna toss away all that money because of a dame?
It's my funeral, ain't it?
Oh, and the funeral of 100 kids who've been dancing their feet off to give you a show you could be proud of. You're gonna toss them out on the street, too.
Oh, you wouldn't do that, would you, Mr. Dillon?
Well, not after we've put all our faith in you.
Yeah, but she called me a whale and a cobra.
Listen, in show business, that's a compliment. Now, what you need is some fun. Why don't you come to a quiet corner and I'll sing you the scores of my last 6 shows? Come on.
I don't care how many hotels you've tried. Try the Belvedere, too. And now...
I don't know what's the matter with her, boss. She was fine this afternoon.
Yeah, when she was a chorus girl, it was bad taste. Now that she's a star, it's temperament. Oh, I smell a rat, Andy. And the rat's initials are Pat Denning.
I've been looking all over town for him. What do you mean he's in this hotel? Well, give him to me, you idiot. Pat. Oh, Pat, darling, I can't go on like this. I tried to forget you, but I can't. I'm in this hotel, so please come at once. Penthouse A. At once.
Hey, boss. Flo at the switchboard just told me that Dorothy Brock's been calling all over town to get Pat Denning, and she found him right here.
So I was right. Denning's in town.
Hey, Peggy, how about the next dance?
In a minute, Billy.
So what are you gonna do about Denning, boss?
Call Nick Murphy. I believe he's got a couple of Philadelphia cousins who might be able to handle the situation. Use your phone.
Oh, Pat. Pat, darling, I can't take it anymore. I can't.
Dorothy, would you calm down and tell me what is wrong?
In a minute. Hold me first. Hold me and never let me go.
It's all set. A couple of boys be over in 10 minutes. They better not find Denning here.
Hey, Peggy, how about that dance now?
I'm sorry, Billy, but a friend of mine's in trouble.
Oh, a man friend or a lady friend?
A man, but he doesn't...
I got it. Good night, Peggy.
Oh, Billy,
Something the matter, Billy?
No, not anymore. Come on, let's have some fun.
Who is it?
Peggy Sawyer, Miss Brock.
Peggy Sawyer? Oh, the fainting violet that Mr. Denning took out to dinner last week.
I've got to see Pat. Pat, there's going to be trouble.
Oh, you bet there's going to be trouble unless you get the hell out of here.
Wait a minute, Dorothy. What is it, Peggy?
2 men, friends of Murphy's.
Don't tell me to wait a minute. And how come you're sticking up for her in the first place?
Dorothy, you don't understand.
Oh, I think I understand all too well.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
get out of here, the both of you.
Miss Brock, these
Peggy,
men...
it's all right. Now, Dorothy.
I said the both of you.
All right, if that's the way you want it.
That's the way I want it. Now get out. Out. I know now he's the only one. I know now I'm the lonely one. I had to learn how a heart can yearn, how tears can burn, with no one to turn to. I know now that I can't forget. I can't, for I don't know how. I guess I never knew how I needed you. But sweetheart, I know now. I can't forget. I can't, for I don't know how.
This is the best out-of-town tryout we've ever had. They love it.
Well, they won't love it for long unless we speed up those changes. Now, where the hell's that cue?
Well, they're waiting for the kids to get into place.
Oh, here they are.
All right, Matt, cue 64, go.
You got it! Now pull it up! I gotta wait for the gun to stick! It's stuck! Come on, up before it falls off! Watch out for that subway grating!
I got it!
Well, what is it? Penny? A nickel?
Would you hold your horses and let me get the dirt off?
A dime! We're in the money! We're in the money! We got a lot of what it takes to get along! We're in the money! The skies are sunny! Oh man, depression, you are through, you done us wrong! We never see a headline about a bread line today! And when we see the landlord, we can look that guy right in the eye!
Act 1 finale.
It's going great, boss.
Yeah, like a Marsh show should. But this is the number that counts. Send them out for the intermission buzzing, and that's the ball game.
And we got nothing to worry about. The finale's the best number in the act.
Well, we won't have a finale unless Brock gets out here. Dorothy, where the hell are you?
There's no need to shout, Julian. I can hear you.
Well, you're on in about 10 seconds.
I have never missed a cue in my life. When I do, you can take me to task and not before.
Excuse me, Miss Brock. I just wanted to explain about last night.
I don't need any explanations from you.
But, Miss Brock, you don't understand.
Get away from me! The farther, the better.
All right, you're on.
All right, everybody. Cue 86, go!
In the heart of little old New York, you'll find a thoroughfare. It's the part of little old New York that runs into Times Square. A crazy quilt that Wall Street Jack built. If you've got a little time to spare, I want to take you there. Come and meet those dancing feet on the avenue I'm taking you to.
Curtain, bring it in! What the hell happened?
She pushed me. Sawyer!
Damn it, Sawyer, what were you doing out of line?
I wasn't out of line.
She pushed me. I want her fired.
Little fool. Take your things and get out of here. No one steps out of line in a Marsh show. You're fired! May I have your attention, please? Miss Dorothy Brock has had an accident and will not be able to continue with tonight's performance of Pretty Lady. Ladies and gentlemen, your tickets will be refunded at the box office. House lights! What is it, Doc?
Well, I'm afraid it's broken. Compound fracture. It'll be months before she can walk on that ankle again.
Are you nuts? She's got a show to do tomorrow night. She's a trooper. Put an ace bandage on it.
You don't seem to understand. She won't even be able to stand up. Miss Brock has a broken ankle.
So we'll get another doctor, a second opinion.
Look, we have no star. Without a star, there's no show. We're closing.
Boss, you can't be serious. Not after all that work.
My decision's final. No star, no show. Tell the kids to clear out of their dressing rooms. Pretty Lady closes tonight.
Sing, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. The sun may never ever shine, but tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Somewhere the weather's fine. Long ago, one fine day, some philosopher was heard to say, there's a sunny side to every situation, and the same applies to you. His philosophy still true.
There's a funny side to every situation.
No dough, so relax. You don't have to pay an income tax.
No job, so just pretend it's your vacation.
Should the landlord raise your rent, thumb your nose and pitch a tent. Every situation has a sunny side.
Sing tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. The sun may never ever shine, but tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Somewhere the weather's fine.
With no bonds and no stocks in your little safe deposit box, you can never be affected by inflation. When the car runs out of gas, then no red lights can you pass. Every situation has a sunny side. Every situation has a sunny.
Wait a minute! Why does the show have to close?
Because our star broke her ankle.
So, we get somebody to replace her.
Find someone to replace Brock?
Somebody to replace Brock.
Sure.
What about Marilyn Eaton? She's in London. Mary McKay.
Hollywood.
Hey, how about Nora Sinclair? She sings, she dances, she acts.
And has been for the past 60 years.
Wait a minute. I know who can do it.
Who?
Peggy Sawyer.
That kid?
Yes, Peggy. She's got a voice that'll panic 'em. And she can dance rings around Brock.
She has got something.
And she sure is pretty.
Well, it might be worth a try.
Well, we'll have to catch Mr. Marsh before he leaves the theater. Come on.
Say, Mr. Marsh, wait a minute. You don't have to close the show.
What?
We've got somebody right here in the company that can replace Brock.
My dear Miss Riley, if there was someone in the company with that much talent, don't you think I would have noticed her?
Maybe not in this case.
We're wasting our time.
Look, all you gotta do is give her a chance. Isn't anything better than closing the show?
Who is she?
Peggy Sawyer.
That kid?
Yes, Peggy. She's got a voice that'll panic 'em, and she can dance rings around Brock.
A raw beginner. This is her first job in the chorus.
No, wait, boss, she is the best dancer in the line.
That's not carrying the show. Brock is such an easy performer, she's fooled you. That sort of style takes years of experience to develop.
Unless this kid's got it naturally, which she just may have.
Oh, think of all the pages she'd have to learn, not to mention the songs, routines.
She's young. Kids can do anything.
We could put the dancing back in the show.
Julian, it's worth a try, isn't it?
All right, send her in.
Oh, wait a minute. There's only one hitch. You just fired her.
Oh, but it may not be too late to get her back. She's taking the 11:10 to Allentown. That gives you 20 minutes to get down to Broad Street Station.
So what do we do, boss?
Get her off the train. I went Sawyer, New York at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, ready to go to work.
But ain't we gonna stay in Philadelphia?
What, and lose $10,000 a night? No. Our only chance is to ship the show to New York, beat the part into her in 36 hours, and open cold on Thursday. We'll get going! Wait a minute. This is my job. I fired her. It's up to me to get her back.
But Julian, I can go.
I said, I'll go. Thank you, Annie. You might have done me quite a favor.
Oh, anytime, Mr. Marsh. Anytime.
All right. We'll give him 15 minutes to convince her. And then we bring on the big guns.
Sawyer! You're angry at me. Well, I can't blame you. It's not easy being fired.
You did me a favor, Mr. Marsh. It may not have been easy, but I got the message loud and clear. Go back where you came from, Miss Peggy Sawyer. And that's what I'm gonna do.
Miss Sawyer, I came here to apologize for what happened and ask you to come back.
I have a train to catch, Mr. Marsh.
And take over Dorothy Brock's role in Pretty Lady. Her ankle's broken. She's out of the show. If you can do it, the part's yours.
I'm sorry, Mr. Marsh. Show business isn't for me. I'm going back to Allentown.
What was that word you just said? Allentown? I'm offering you the chance to star in the biggest musical Broadway scene in 20 years, and you say Allentown? Now listen, Sawyer, and listen good. Even if you don't give a damn about me, think about all those kids you'll be throwing out of work if you don't do this. Think of the songs that'll wither and die if you don't get out there and sing them. Think of the scenery that'll never be seen, the costumes never worn, the orchestrations never heard. Think of Pretty Lady and the thrill and pleasure it can give to millions. Think of musical comedy, the most glorious words in the English language. Sawyer, think of Broadway, damn it! Come on along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway. The hip hooray and ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway. The rumble of the subway train, the rattle of the taxi, the daffodils who entertain at Angelo's and Maxie's. When a Broadway baby says goodnight, it's early in the morning.
Manhattan babies don't sleep tight until the dawn. Good night, baby. Good night. Milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day. Listen to the lullaby of old Broadway. Come on along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway.
Hi-de-hi and a whoop-de-doo, the lullaby of Broadway. The band begins to go to town, and everyone goes crazy. You have to buy your baby round, till everything gets hazy. Oh, she'll I'll buy you this and that. You hear Daddy saying, the baby goes home to her flat to sleep all day. Good night, baby. Good night. Milkman's on his way. Sleep tight, baby. Sleep tight. Let's call it a day. Listen to the lullaby of old Broadway.
Come on along and listen to the lullaby of Broadway. The hip hooray and ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway.
The rumble of a subway train, the rattle of a taxi.
The band begins to entertain until the dawn.
I'll do it!
Listen to the lullaby of old
to go?
All the dance music is back in the score.
Sawyer, you're 2 minutes late.
I'm sorry, Mr. Marsh. I was looking for my good luck scarf.
Sawyer, in exactly 36 hours, Pretty Lady opens on this stage. You got 25 pages, 6 songs, and 10 dance routines to learn by 8:30 tomorrow night. Do you think you can do it? Do you think you can do it, Sawyer?
Yes, Mr. Marsh. I can.
Good. Now we begin. Mac, where the hell's that piano? All right. I want to start with the opening number, work through all the songs and the dances, then go back and do the scenes. There'll be a 5-minute break every hour for food or coffee, and a full 15 minutes every 4 hours for rest. And no one else on this stage until I call for them.
All right, clear the stage.
By tomorrow night, I'll either have a live leading lady or a dead chorus girl. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go!
A 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3.
That's it. Look sharp.
2.
That's it.
And 3.
Pick them up, boys. Pick them up.
Turn front.
Show her how.
And arms on 5.
Good.
And 1.
Smile out of town. You're on the back row now. That's it. Show Moxie. Good.
Good.
Come along, ladies. Come
Okay,
along.
Peggy, we're going to do shadow walk stage right. Start at number 6.
Miracle.
3 to the left. 2.
Elegant. Make every man fall in love.
Move out to the left. Too far. You want to stay close.
She went too wide, Andy. She's late.
All right,
sorry,
I'll fix
Mr.
it.
Marsh,
That's all right, Peggy. Maggie, we're going to take it from the top of the balances. Girls, top of the girls. Top of the balances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move.
That's very pretty. Very good.
Move out to the left. That's right. Stay close to Gladys. Remember, right knee up.
Yes.
Good.
Very nice, ladies.
That's it.
Mac, where the hell's my
Move out,
coffee?
girls.
Andy, where the hell is she?
Right here, boss. Hold your horses. You're going to
Billy,
start on
Billy.
8 with Billy. 5, 6,
Take his
7.
hand.
Start. That's it. Turn.
Kiss. Good. All right.
Which way do I turn?
To the left.
Oh, left, right. Just do it like you mean it. They think you know.
Meet Billy in the center.
That's it.
That's
now,
it.
around
Oh.
Billy. Good. Under the arm. And sit. Andy, give the rest of them a break.
Okay, kids.
I want to run the love scene.
Please, Mr. Marsh, I'm exhausted. Can't we stop for a minute?
Sawyer, it's 6:30. That curtain goes up in exactly 2 hours. It's now or never. Now take it from Jim's entrance. Well, what are you waiting for from Jim's entrance?
Jim, they didn't tell me you were here. It was grand of you to come.
No. That's impossible. You're greeting the man you love. Make it mean something. Like this. Jim, they didn't tell me you were here. It was grand of you to come. Try it again.
Jim, they didn't tell me you were here. It was grand of you to come.
No. It won't do. It won't do. Look. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever had a man take you in his arms, crush you to it, and kiss you? Now say the line.
Jim, they didn't tell me you were here. It was grand of you to come.
Again.
Jim. They didn't tell me you were here. It was grand of you to come.
Once more.
Jim! Darling, they didn't tell me you were here. It was grand of you to come.
Now that's it. Take it from the end of the finale.
Places for the finale, please.
Finale,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Make sure. Get in your place.
No, I can't.
Sawyer,
Now you've done it, Marsh. You've pushed her too far.
I had to. That curtain goes up in exactly 45 minutes. If she doesn't know this part way down in her gut, she'll never get through. And that goes for the rest of you, too. Andy, I want him down in the lounge to clean up those last 16 bars.
All right, everybody, down in the lounge. Let's go.
They told me I could find you here.
Miss Brock.
Pat, leave us alone.
Is this the time for this, Dorothy? They've just called half hour.
I have a few things I'd like to say to Miss Sawyer. So, you're going to take my place.
I'm sorry. I know how tough it must be.
Do you? I'm not sure. When I started for the theater this afternoon, I wanted to tear your heart out. I wanted to hate you. I wanted to see you fail. You, singing my songs, wearing my clothes, playing my role. Sitting out there in that theater and watching you rehearse, I found I couldn't hate you because you're good. Maybe even better than I would have been. Oh, the public wants youth, beauty, freshness. And Peggy, that's what you've got. Oh, here. Only, I'm getting something too. For 10 years, the theater has kept me away from the only thing I've ever really wanted, and it took a broken ankle to make me finally realize it. Pat Denning and I were married this morning.
Oh, Miss Brock.
Now, there's only one last wish I have for you, my dear. Get out there and be so swell, you'll make me hate you. Oh, Sawyer, one last thing. I hope you don't mind. It's about that next to the closing number. You've got to take it easy. Let the audience come to you. Would you mind if I show you what I mean?
I would appreciate that very much, Dorothy.
Life begins when somebody's eyes look into your own. Life begins when you get your guy all alone. From morning until twilight, I don't know I'm alive, but I know love begins at 8:45. The stars are gonna twinkle and shine this evening about 8:45. His loving arms are gonna tenderly twine around me about 8:45. I know I won't be late, 'cause at 8:30 I'm gonna hurry there. I'll be waiting where the lane begins, waiting for him on needles and pins, and then
a 8:45. I know I won't be late, 'cause at 8:30 I'm gonna hurry there. I'll be waiting where the lane begins, waiting for him on needles and pins, and then the world is gonna be mine. This evening, about 8:45.
Now, Pat, get me the hell out of here.
Thank you!
Oh, Peggy. Are you nervous, hon? Well, that is a pretty dumb question. Of course she's nervous.
But she'll come through, won't you, kid?
I'll try.
She's gotta come through. Not for any of those stuffed shirts. For us. The kids in the line. You're not just Peggy Sawyer tonight. You're every girl who ever kicked up her heels in the chorus. Now get out in front, kid. Oh, and show them what we can do.
Oh, Annie, Ethel, Phil, Lolly. I'll do my best, I promise.
Best? That's not good enough. I want better than your best. I want sheer, unadulterated brilliance. What are you girls hanging around for? Get in your places for the open.
Mr. Marsh, it's 8:40. I've got to call places.
They've waited this long, they can wait another minute. Now listen, Sawyer, and listen hard. 100 people, 100 jobs, $100,000. 5 weeks of blood and grind and sweat. And it all depends on what you do out there tonight. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Here comes Marsh with another one of his pep talks. Well, this is the last of them, Sawyer. And it comes straight from the heart. Our hopes, our futures, our lives are in your hands. Go out there. Make them shine with your golden talent. This afternoon, it was acting. This one, I mean.
Mr. Marsh, it's late. We have to begin.
Tell them, take the house to half. Sawyer, you're going out there a youngster. But you've got to come back a star.
Now that we have had the rice and flowers, the knot is tied.
I can visualize such happy hours close by your side.
The honeymoon in store is one that you'll adore. I'm gonna take you for a ride. You go home and get your panties, I'll go home and get my scanties, and away we'll go. Off we're gonna shuffle, shuffle off to Buffalo. Niagara in a sleeper. There's no honeymoon that's cheaper, and the train goes slow. Ooh, off we're gonna shuffle, shuffle off to Buffalo. Someday the stork may pay a visit
and leave a little souvenir, just a little cute.
What is it?
But we'll discuss that later, dear.
For a little silver quarter, we could have the Pullman Porter turn the lights down low. Ooh, off we're gonna shuffle, shuffle off to Buffalo.
You can only get your money, don't forget my knees and noses, and away we'll go. Ooh, off we're gonna shuffle, shuffle off to Buffalo. To Niagara in the sleeper, there's no honeymoon that's cheaper, and the train goes slow. Ooh, off we're gonna shuffle, shuffle off to Buffalo. Someday the stork may pay a visit and leave a little souvenir, just a little cute. What is it? But we'll discuss that later, dear. For a little silver quarter, we can have the Pullman Porter turn the lights down low. Ooh, off we're gonna shuffle, shuffle off to Buffalo.
Matrimony is baloney. She'll be wanting alimony in a year or so. Still they go and shuffle, shuffle off to Buffalo. When she knows as much as we know, she'll be on her way to Reno while he still has dough. She'll give him the shuffle when they're back from Buffalo. So if you're wise, you'll sew 2 trousseaux, one for getting wet, of course, and the second trousseau you sew, you can wear fine your divorce. First you serve him with subpoenas, then you take him to the cleaners, then it's so long, Joe. Give the bum the shuffle when you're back from Buffalo.
Where'd he go to shuffle?
Shuffle off to Buffalo. For a little silver quarter, we can have the Pullman Porter turn the lights down low. Ooh, off we're gonna shuffle. Come along and shuffle, 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 shuffle to Buffalo.
What is it? What the hell's wrong?
I don't think I can do the rest of the show. I can't remember a single lyric.
You will do the rest of the show. And without any mistakes. Oh, and without that thing either. I'm Julian Marsh, damn it. And I say you will.
that runs into Times Square. A crazy quilt that Wall Street Jack built. If you've got a little time to spare, I want to take you there. Come and meet those dancing feet on the avenue I'm taking you to. Come and meet those dancing feet on the avenue I'm taking you to 42nd Street. Hear the beat of dancing feet. It's the song I love, the melody of 42nd Street. Little nifties from the 50s, innocent and sweet. Sexy ladies from the 80s who are indiscreet. They're side by side, they're glorified. Where the underworld can meet the elite. Where the underworld can meet the elite. 42nd Street.
Hey, kids! You all got jobs for the next 2 years!
Wasn't she terrific?
Oh, will you cut out the waterworks? We got a party to go to.
Yeah, party at my place. The booze is on me and everybody kicks in 2 bits for the eats.
You're gonna be there, aren't you, Peggy? The whole shindig's in your honor.
Of course she is. Escorted by Mr. Billy Lawler himself.
Girlie, you were just swell. Anytime you want a kitty car, just say the word.
Now come along. We're giving a little party at the Ritz in your honor.
For me? Oh, I'll be there in a minute, Miss Jones.
We'll see you at the Ritz, kid.
Bye. Oh, Billy! Oh, this is so exciting. They all love the show.
They all loved you. And that goes double for me. Oh, now come on. We gotta go to the kids' party at Lorraine's.
Gee, Billy, I'm not sure I can. Well, what about the party at the Ritz? Billy, am I really a star?
Oh, from now on and forever.
And stars can do anything they want.
Anything.
Then I want to go to the kids' party.
Oh, Peggy.
I'll be along in a minute.
Well, you haven't changed your mind, have you?
Oh, of course not. You wait for me at the stage door.
All right. But only 1 minute. You know how impatient tenors are.
Oh, Mr. Marsh.
Peggy. Say, what's the matter with me? In all the excitement, I forgot to congratulate you. Congratulations, kid.
Thank you, Mr. Marsh. But you and I both know who was really out there on that stage tonight. Oh, I said the lines, and I sang the songs, and I did the steps. But you were inside me, pulling the strings. So, I congratulate you.
You're quite a girl, Miss Peggy Sawyer. Quite a girl. And you're on your way to becoming quite a star. You've broken through, Peggy. You're the 1,000,000-to-1 shot who comes home a winner. Years to come, thousands of little chorus girls will go to auditions saying to themselves, I might come out of this another Peggy Sawyer. I ask only that you be the sort of star that those little girls would want you to be. Shine your light over this glorious gulch they call 42nd Street. Give it your talent, your strength, your youth. But try. Oh, if you can, not to give it all your heart. Because it's a very loving heart. And I would never want to see it broken. Now, go on to the Ritz and enjoy yourself.
I'm going to the kids' party.
I was right. You are quite a girl.
Good night, Mr. Marsh.
Good night, Allentown. Say, where is the kids' party?
At Lorraine's. Well, the address is on the call board. And Mr. Marsh, it would be grand, grand, grand if you would come.
Come and meet those dancing feet on the avenue I'm taking you to. 42nd Street. Hear the beat of dancing feet. It's the song I love, the melody of 42nd Street. Little nifties from the 50s, innocent and sweet. Sexy ladies from the 80s who are indiscreet. They're side by side, they're glorified, where the underworld can meet the elite. Naughty, bawdy, gaudy, sporty.
Bye.